What's good? What's good? What's good, baby? It is your boy Truex, the sports junkie, aka Mr. I take over your show after I beat you in fantasy basketball. You know what the vibes are. I'm taking shots at the two guys that typically do this show. But I mean, hey, they said that they said this is supposed to be the number one show on the brand, but yet the outsiders then took over the show again. With that being said, I got the homie from the Bay Area, Keo Hall. Kevin Nash and Scott Hall. Let's go, baby. The outsiders, Keo Hall. What up?
Hey yo. um they are right about one thing. They're right and wrong about when it comes to this show being the number one show on this network. It is gonna be the new number one show on the network as long as we're on this show. Woo!
You know the vibes. You know the vibes, man. Stop playing. What up to everybody, man? Definitely. Before we even get a show started, I want to give a huge shout out to Lrca Graduates today. That's why I'm still in my uniform from work. But shout out to all the graduates from Lrca, man, the 8th grade class. It was beautiful to watch, beautiful to see. The journey's been amazing. And I want to give a special shout out to my daughter, who was a part of that class. Yanni, I'm proud of you. We just got back from dinner. I know you picked. We went to 2 different restaurants because she didn't like the first restaurant, so we went to the second restaurant, trying to please her. She's pleased now, but I'm super proud of you. You ended the year on such a fabulous note, honor roll. Couldn't be more proud of you. So shout out to all the graduates out there, man. That did, not just from our school, but from all schools, all high schools, all middle schools, all elementary schools, and all colleges, man. Super proud of y'all. And just keep grinding, keep going.
Yeah, congratulations to all the graduates from high school, middle school, elementary. I know it wasn't the year that you guys wanted it to be, but everything does happen for a reason. But congratulations to you guys. And you guys get to actually have a summer this year, man. So that's something to look up to.
Yes, sir.
All right. So tomorrow is MBS. Let's talk about it. We'll definitely be on there. Like I said, man, I always do enjoy getting the opportunity to come on the MBS show to talk sports. So this is what we're gonna do tonight. We it's gonna be short and sweet because due to the playoffs right now.
Well, I'm sorry.
Due to the playoffs tonight, that's one of the reasons why the show is going to be not as long as it's expected to be. Once again, it's at a different time tonight, but it'll be back onto its normal schedule hopefully by next week. But with that being said, man, we're gonna go to our very first topic, and it's pretty simple, man. The topic that's dominating the sports world today. We normally do it with every single sport, but we're gonna do our basketball version. So far from what you see from the first round, who are your winners and losers as of right now in the
Okay.
playoffs?
My winners are the Milwaukee Bucks right now. The Milwaukee Bucks, they took it personal. What happened last year, when they lost in 5 games to the Miami Heat, they are taking that personal. What they've been able to accomplish in these 2 games, they look dominant. I think they have a chance to sweep the Miami Heat. Them getting Drew Holiday in the offseason, adding somebody like PJ Tucker. This team looks like, and then like I said, playing with that chip on their shoulder, from last year. I think that this team is definitely a team to be reckoned with. And Giannis didn't even shoot the ball great yesterday. But I'm going with the Milwaukee Bucks as my winner. I think they're gonna either get the Heat in 4 or 5 games. It's not going past 5. I think that they're gonna do, get some redemption on last year's outcome. So I think they took it personal. And they're gonna show why, they they're the better team basically. With
So
that
I'm
being,
so I'm glad you're saying all these great things about Milwaukee Bucks, but I don't want you to spoil everything because uh when it comes to our next topic, but as far as my winners goes, um my winner, from what I've seen so far, I'm gonna go with the Memphis Grizzlies as my winner.
wow,
So
wow,
Memphis, when Golden State, and the Lakers had that classic play-in game, everybody was praising Steph Curry. Everybody,
facts.
nobody, nobody that I knew gave the Grizzlies a chance. Everybody was saying the Warriors, the Warriors, the Warriors. And look what they did. They went in Golden State. Um, they beat Golden State. I honestly thought they beat them convincingly. They took a commanding lead from the jump of the game. Then they go to Utah, a place that's very tough to play, and they went in there and they answered the bell, led by Dylan Brooks, Valanciunas, John Morant took over in the fourth quarter. So I like what I seen from the Memphis Grizzlies, and as of right now, they are my winners. Um, what about your losers, man? Who you got?
Okay, this is actually gonna be somewhat shocking that I'm gonna call them a loser because they stole game one. But I'm going with the Portland Trailblazers. Y'all know I picked them to win their series, and if I'm gonna call somebody a loser, it gotta be them because here's my issue with Portland. You got game one, you stole game one. I get it. You are the lower seed. But I picked you to win because I think that you're the better team. Yesterday, Dame Lillard dropped 42 points. I'm going to repeat that. He dropped 42 points. The rest of the entire team scored 67. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. You're not going to beat Denver like that. I have no issue with Dame getting 42, but when Carmelo's getting 5, Nurkic is getting 7, that's not enough. That's not enough help. CJ McCollum did have 21, but that team has to do better. I think they only had 3 players in double figures yesterday. That's not good enough. That's not going to cut it. I thought they had a chance to go up 2-0 against a team that's without their starting point guard and has all-star capability in Jamal Murray. I know he's not an all-star, but he has that kind of game. Last year in the bubble, he played like an all-star. He played like one of the better players. And for me, I thought you had a chance to put your foot on their neck, and you didn't do that. Dame came to play. The rest of the team, to me, didn't show up. So I think that this series actually is going to be more of a series now, and Denver may actually pull this off. And I thought for sure Portland was going to win this series.
I think it's still gonna be a series, but I think Portland's gonna find a way to pull it off. I don't know, man. Like watching that game, just seeing how much Jokic did in that game,
Facts.
it was like, damn, man. It's like for me, it's like, dude, how long can he keep this up? How long can he carry this team? And I know, Michael Porter Jr., he showed up in this game. He had a better game, but I don't know how long he could keep this up. And I just think they need Jamal Murray and man. But as far as my losers go, as of right now, from what I see from right now, and I don't know is only one game. I put a poll on it on social media. um, I'm going with the Clippers, man.
I can see it. I can see it.
So you lose purposely your very last 2 games against the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Houston Rockets. I seen somebody said like, has anybody lost to both of them like in the season? And I don't think nobody has. And when you did it on purpose because you felt like you were a better matchup, somebody that could match up with Dallas Mavericks and get the easy way out. I honestly thought they did that to avoid the LA Lakers in their bracket, because I think that's the only reason why. And they now they avoided the bracket. Now they get beat down against the Dallas Mavericks. They had no answer for Kawhi. I mean, no answer for Luka Doncic, who went crazy on them. It's like, damn, man, I just don't understand, why can't you put Kawhi on him, man? That's like one of the best perimeter defensive players out there, and you decided not to do that. So for me, I have them as my losers. I think because they struggled against them last season in the bubble in the playoffs, and if
Facts.
they go down tonight, which is going to be after this Lakers game.
Oh, it
I
started.
think
They actually started. The game started. It's a tie game in the second quarter right now, 45-45.
okay, before the Clippers game.
Yeah, it started already. 45-45 in the second quarter with 8 minutes left.
Okay, yeah, and if they go down 2-0 in this game, man, the Dallas Mavericks, they got a really good chance of taking out the Clippers, man. And you got all this star power, man, and you just can't get it done.
Facts.
So they are my losers. But I got to give you your props though, man. When we did our predictions, you said, "Hey, Milwaukee's gonna make a statement in this series," and I was like, "Hell nah, this is gonna be the best series." And then it doesn't look like the best series right now. And that's despite with Giannis struggling. I know you mentioned that Giannis struggled in yesterday's game, but he struggled in game one, man. He shot horribly, man. He was missing high percentage shots. He was turning the ball over. He was very bad at the free throw line. I think he missed I think he missed 7 free throws. He went to the free throw line about 11 times.
In game one, you're referring to, correct?
Yeah.
Okay,
And
yeah.
Chris Middleton bailed him out in that game, man. And for that, I gotta give credit to Milwaukee, and Miami looks in serious trouble as of right now.
Yeah, I didn't say Miami. For anybody out there that's tuned in, y'all may say, "Well, dang, Miami should be your loser." No, because I picked them to lose this series to begin with. You can't be my loser if I picked you to lose and get basically just. I don't want to use the word swept, but just dominated. I thought Milwaukee would dominate this series, and I said on the show. So I'm not gonna sit here and act like Miami's the loser because they're doing. It's what's happening in the series exactly what I thought was gonna happen. Let's just put it like that.
So
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
So out of the two teams that's down 0-2 right now in the East between the Celtics, Miami, I think Miami has been more the disappointing team.
The Celtics are not winning the game in that series. They're not winning the game.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would even have a chance if they had Jaylen Brown in this game.
I don't think they would win the series. I think they could win a game with Jaylen Brown, but without Jaylen Brown, man, no, they're not winning the game. I actually shout out to Thomas. I hope I said your last name right. Maesco. I hope I said that right. If I didn't, I do apologize. But I actually had a conversation with somebody yesterday, and I actually agree with you. I'm not saying that they will, because I picked Brooklyn to get to the finals. But I do think Milwaukee. We're going to talk about that in a second.
All right, Thomas. I'm glad that you mentioned it, because this is what our next topic is going to be. So, Brooklyn, they look really good right now. They blew out of Boston in this game, up 2-0 right now. So, from what we see right now, do you feel Milwaukee or the Sixers are any type of threat to the Brooklyn Nets right now?
I do think Milwaukee's a threat. I do. I think the addition of Jrue Holiday, now you have Jrue Holiday, Chris Middleton as a 1-2-3 punch with Giannis. Giannis, if he shoots the ball better than he did, that he's been doing the first 2 games, you have to remember, yes, I know he didn't shoot bad from the entire field yesterday. But 1 from 7, 1 for 7 from the 3-point range is not going to cut it. It's not going to cut it versus Brooklyn. We understand that. I do think, however, the team that they have will give Brooklyn more trouble than the Philadelphia 76ers. I think the lack of, I don't want to say scoring, jump shooting from Ben Simmons will hurt them versus Brooklyn. I think Tobias Harris, even though he's played very well, especially last game, 28 in the first half, which is crazy, I just don't think that's enough firepower versus the Brooklyn Nets. Yes, we know Embiid's going to get his. We understand that. But you have to combat what Brooklyn's going to do on the offensive end. And I just don't think Philadelphia has what it takes to do that. I think that Embiid, even though he's a beast on the block, of getting up and down the court with the KDs of the world and what Brooklyn has to offer, is going to be more of a struggle to me. With Giannis, on the other hand, he can get up and down the court with them. Chris Middleton can do that. PJ Tucker can do that. Who I left out? Drew Holiday can do that. And Brook Lopez, I feel like they have more guys that I trust when it comes to, hitting a wide open jump shot. I know that they have Danny Green, who's won championships. I know they got Seth Curry, but when it all boils down to it, I think they're gonna pack the paint and they're gonna let Ben Simmons. Let's see what Ben Simmons can do. And I just don't trust that. They can't do that with Giannis, because to me, Giannis is still gonna get to the rack regardless, and all his shooters on the wing. I'm not saying they're gonna win that series, but I do think it's Milwaukee that would, be more of a threat to Brooklyn getting to the finals.
Man, cut the nonsense, man.
Oh, here we go.
Nobody, I'm not entertaining this at all, man. None of these teams can trade blow for blow against the Brooklyn Nets, man. This is just too much firepower. I just don't think it's not enough offense, man. I just can't see that, man. I just think Giannis' defense could be in question in this game, man. Because you got a lot of offense on Brooklyn, man. You starting with KD, you got Kyrie, you got James Harden, you got two out of those, the big three that could actually handle the ball. You got three of those guys that could take over the game anytime that they want to. And dude, I can't forget about their bench, man. Joe Harris could shoot the lights out. Blake Griffin, I think it's a good situation for him. He's playing. I think he's been playing better basketball since he signed with the team. They had Brown on there. So I think they got a lot of depth and talent on that team, and I just don't think the Sixers or Milwaukee can match up with them. But if I had to pick a team that would match up with them, I would take the Bucks, man. The Bucks, they do have some firepower. They do got guys that could shoot the ball. Guys like DiVincenzo, Drew Holiday, Chris Middleton, obviously. And then, Giannis, he's very dominant inside the paint, and their bigs could also shoot the ball also outside. But I just don't think it's going to be enough against the Brooklyn Nets, man. And I know it's the Boston Celtics. I expected that. Well, I didn't expect no 30-point blowouts. I expected at least a sweep or they ended in 5, but not like this, man. It's like they have no chance, man. Like,
wow. Look at this comment. Thomas said I'm taking Milwaukee to win this in 7.
Oh.
Wow. Wow. I'm not saying that. I'm saying who poses more of a threat, in my opinion. But to their credit, Milwaukee did have 6 people in double figures yesterday, and that didn't include DiVincenzo or Lopez. So they got something. Tucker wasn't in double figures. 6 players. Forbes was in double figures. Drew Holiday, Middleton. 6 players in double figures, man. They are a deeper team to me. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens.
All right. So playoffs as the playoffs conclude, we're gonna move on over to our next topic. Obviously, both LA games are in progress right now. Both teams are down 1-0. Can't afford to be down 2-0. But with that being said, man, we're gonna we're gonna go to we're gonna talk some football. No, actually, I take that back. We're gonna talk some boxing really quick. So, the summer's coming around. All of a sudden, man, we got all these big fights in boxing popping up out of nowhere, man. So just really quick, man. I know you're a huge boxing fan. What fight are you looking forward to the most this upcoming summer?
Come on, man. I'm about to get real disrespectful with you. Come on, man. You know what the vibes are. You know what it is. I understand. Look, I respect the culture. Don't think I don't. I respect what the guy has done in boxing. He's a legend. Hey, look, Pac-Man, do your thing, boss. But you know what time it is. You know what time it is, Keo. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I know people's talking about the Jake Paul or Logan Paul, whatever Paul brother versus Mayweather. I know people are talking about the Lomachenko fight coming up, the Timothy Lopez fight coming up. I get all that. Hey, that's all fine and dandy. I know Wilder versus Fury. I get all that. But you know why we here. You know why we here. Pacquiao Spence is going down. The legend of Manny Pacquiao versus one of the pound-for-pound best fighters in the world, in the truth. We gonna say it again, the truth. Errol Spence, man. Listen, I'm super excited about this one. Can Pacquiao prove everyone wrong again? And I say wrong again because Keo didn't pick against him versus Thurman. Shout out to Keo. Okay, I give you your props. I give you props, but this is a different level. Hey, Thurman was undefeated. I give it. I picked Thurman to win the fight, but I've never come on here and said I'm a Thurman guy. Errol Spence is a different animal. Errol Spence is a different animal. We respect Manny Pacquiao. We know what's up, but we gotta get Pacquiao out of here because we gotta see Bud versus Spence. We have to see it, and in order for us to see that, we got to get past Pacquiao. So I'm going, hey, look, this is the fight I got to see, man. Pacquiao versus Spence. All the other fights are cool. I get it. I'm going to tune into all of them. But at the end of the day, man, when the chips are down, you're talking about which fight is going to pack out, as far as who's going to want to watch this, who's going to want to watch that pay-per-view numbers. I'm going Pacquiao versus Spence. You know what the vibes are, Keo, and don't come on here being disrespectful to the Texas
man. That's not an intriguing fight to me, man. Because I feel like Pacquiao. I think he's easily gonna win this fight.
Oh my God.
I think he's easily gonna win this fight against overrated Spence. I mean Earl Spence. Sorry about that.
Drug test this man. Nbs, get this man drug tested tonight. He might not be on Let's Talk About It tomorrow. Are you kidding me? Easy? Oh, man.
Yeah.
You are, Murder Mook? Don't say
easy money, man. Easy money. But but the fight that I do looking forward to see is the trilogy with Ferry and Wilder, man. I think that's a huge fight. This is the trilogy we're talking about, man. We did see what happened in the last fight. Wilder got dominated. He got beat down. It looked like Furry was taking candy from a baby. But I think Wilder, I think he's gonna make the adjustments he needs. I think he's gonna actually box him, man. And I think Fury is gonna go into this fight very too overconfident in this fight, and I think Wilder's gonna be really focused in this matchup. I definitely got the Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury as the most intriguing boxing match this summer.
Oh my God. Hey, start the
Yeah,
comment,
man.
man.
Yeah,
Start,
man.
stop
Yeah,
right now.
I'm not too fond about Pac-Man versus overrated Spence. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I mean Earl Spence. Yeah, Earl Spence.
Wow.
but
Wow. Are you
with that
kidding
being
me?
said, with that being said, we could go in circles with this
Hey,
one.
shout out to Jay Black. Shake my hand. Shake my hand. Hey,
Mom,
let's bet. Let's bet. Hey, live on here. Let's shake my hand. What's the bet? Are you kidding me? Errol Spence? What's the bet? Shake my hand. Let me know.
we could do whatever, man.
Hey, we'll
I'm
talk off air.
confident.
We'll talk off air.
All right, so I don't want to go in circles with you with this because obviously we're not going to agree on nothing. Um, so our very last topic for tonight, man, and it's the some big football news. Julio Jones did it a dramatic fashion, and he said that, "Hey, man, I'm out of here. I don't want to be there no more." You know, you could check on the post on the MBS group page of what people thought about it. And man, Julio Jones is out of there. So the huge question is there's a lot of speculation about where he should go. You know, people mentioned the Packers, the Patriots, the Titans. I heard the Lions. I hear the Raiders. So from the sports junkie, man, where is Julio Jones gonna be playing at this season?
Okay, so I can't promise you where he's gonna be playing. What I can promise you is where he should be playing. And that's look no further than to the guy that's on my camera, the right side of me. He's probably on y'all left side. The Bay Area. The Bay Area. For the San Francisco 49ers. Let me tell you something, man. When you look at their roster, like I said in the draft, you got Deebo Samuel, you got Brandon Ayuk. Not a bad two wide receivers, but neither one of them you're gonna sit here and tell me is a number one receiver. You're not about to sit there and make me believe. And you know, I love me some Deebo Samuel. I think the dude can play. But if you put that monster, number 11, on the other end of Deebo Samuel, or you put Deebo Samuel in the slot, and you have Brandon Ayuk on the outside, you can kind of do some things. Dude, with George Kittle, this team could be something special. And here's the kicker about the 49ers to me. Who did Kyle Shanahan go to the Super Bowl with? The Atlanta Falcons with Julio Jones. Julio knows this system. He knows what it's going to take to do big things in this system. I think that they're one stud offensive player away because they rely too much on George Kittle to me in that running game. I think you get him another wide receiver. Man, this team could be something special. I'm going with the 49ers is where Julio Jones should end up. I'll have a feeling he's going to end up in Tennessee, though. I will say that. I have a feeling he's going to end up in Tennessee. I know a lot of people are talking New England, but I think it's going to be Tennessee. But I think the best fit, and if I'm Kyle Shanahan, I'm getting Julio Jones there, man. You have a chance to win the Super Bowl if you get Julio Jones there. That defense is going to be back up to par. They had a lot of injuries last season. But, Keo, I know your sister's loving this. Could you imagine your sisters all having that Julio Jones jersey on as they go to the 49er games? Woo!
Yeah, they would love that, man. You know, I kind of see where you're going with this. You know, Kyle Shanahan, his last, the last offensive coordinator, and I just want to say before where I think where he's going to be landing, I just want to say one thing with the people about talking about Julio Jones that he's 32. He's 32. He's aging. He maybe has one good year left. I think that's a whole uh, a lot of BS, man. Julio Jones is still considered one of the best receivers out there. Julio Jones, since 2014 since 2014, outside the last season, Julio Jones has been in the top 3 in receiving since 2014. Um, in the top 3. And then Julio Jones this past season was the only season that he did not go over 1,000 yards. The dude missed he missed 7 games. He was already on pace to go over 1,000. He had 770 yards receiving already by then. So for the people saying that Julio may be taking a dip, he's aging. The dude could still ball no matter what. He's one of the best receivers out there, man. And I think any team will get a huge upgrade if they do land Julio Jones. But the team that I do think that Julio Jones will be going to, I'm going with New England, man. I think New England has a great shot of getting him. Um and yo, shout out to Buck Flair. Yeah, man. Buck Flair's a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, by the way. My co-host over here is a Saints fan, so Buck Flair, you may not get along with him.
Oh, man. Hey, look, at the end of the day, man, I can't say nothing. They're the Super Bowl champs. What can I say? They're champs. And until we beat them, it doesn't even matter.
So the report that I'm hearing is that the Falcons do want to trade him outside of the NFC. They don't want to keep him in the NFC. So I think New England would be the best shot for him. And I honestly do think that from what I've seen so far, New England has the only team that actually have showed and said that we're interested in Julio Jones. And I think it would be perfect for New England and Julio Jones. Julio Jones gets to go to a team. He said he wanted to go to a winner. I think New England, they had a bad season last year. You had people opting out, dealing with COVID. You got a great coach like Belichick. Josh McDaniels is a good offensive coordinator. And they do need a clear-cut number 1 wide receiver, man. Julian Edelman just retired. What, you going to be throwing to guys like Jacoby Myers? N'Keal Harry, are you kidding me, man?
Hey, but let me say this.
Go get Julio Jones. What's up, man?
Let me say this, dude. I see Thomas saying the Colts. I don't have no issue with that. But I will say this though, man. Why is Atlanta dumbfounded on him getting out the NFC? Like you just said, he's 32 years old. At the end of the day, Julio Jones is giving you everything in Atlanta. Y'all went to the Super Bowl. He played great in the Super Bowl. Y'all didn't win. Okay, so what? Atlanta's not winning anything next year. Why do you want to move him out of the NFC? Atlanta's probably going to be a team that's going to be in the top 10 picks again this upcoming season. Atlanta's not about to have a great season. When you look at the division, the Bucks are not going nowhere. Shout out to Buck Flair, but they're not. The Falcons are not about to do anything in the NFC. Why are you so scared to trade him to an NFC team? If anything, I was going to trade him to anybody that was going to give me the best offer. That makes no sense to me that you would actually maybe take less to trade him to an AFC team. I'm not saying that's what they said, but they don't want to trade him to an NFC team. Why? The dude he hasn't been a diva in Atlanta. He's given you all he's had in Atlanta. Y'all went to the Super Bowl. He balled out. Man, trade that dude to anybody that you can get the most value for. I don't even care if it's your arch nemesis, the New Orleans Saints. If they're willing to give up, I don't want the Saints to do it because I think the Saints, they're already cap struck. They don't need to do it. And I love Julio Jones, but they don't need to do that. But if it's the New Orleans Saints that says, look, we want Julio Jones, and they're willing to give up, let's just say, a first-round draft pick for it, you take that.
So from what I've seen from the elite, I guess you could say the high-profile wide receiver. I'm not going to say elite. Obviously, DeAndre Hopkins is elite. Odell was there at some point, but Antonio Brown also. So, and those guys, they never have gotten back a first-round pick for those wide receivers. So, do you think Julio Jones is worth a first-round pick?
Well, it depends. It depends on who the team is. If they're ready to win right now, I think somebody like Green Bay, I would give up a first round for Julio Jones. I mean, you're literally, to me, one receiver away from maybe taking that next step with somebody like Julio Jones. It would just depend. I know Buffalo. I want to say Buffalo gave up a first round for Stephon Diggs. I think they gave up two. I know they gave up one. I thought for sure, but I think it was two. But either or, I mean, it just depends. If I'm a team that's rebuilding, of course not. I'm not giving up no first round draft pick for Julio Jones. He's 32 for God's sakes. But if it's a team like the Packers, the Niners, absolutely, they're right there. They're right there. So, no. The Bucks better not get Julio Jones. Oh my God, my head's starting to hurt. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. But I just really want to put that out there that I have a huge issue with the Falcons coming out and saying that they would just trade him to they want to trade him to an AFC team. That's just stupid to me. That is just stupid. Trade him anywhere that you can get the most value for him, because it's not like he's, done your organization wrong. Yeah, he's come out and said he doesn't want to be there anymore. I mean, at the end of the day, he's trying to win a Super Bowl. He knows that y'all in the rebuilding process. I thought y'all was going to draft the quarterback in the draft because y'all was going to move on from Julio and Matt Ryan. This team is not ready to win right now. Get the most value you can for him. That's where I would go with it.
I do think Julio is worth a first round draft pick, though. I think maybe somebody like New England or even Tennessee would give a first round draft pick for him. Somebody that's desperate for a wide receiver. And when I look at New England, I think they're desperate for a wide receiver.
Okay. So you're saying New England is the team he's going to end up on?
Yeah, I think it's going to be New England, man. It seems.
Who would you like to see him end up on?
What team would I like for him? What team would I like for him to end up on? Is that what you asked me?
Yeah.
I would actually like for him to end up with the Colts, man. I think it would definitely help out somebody like a Carson Wentz, who's been, hasn't been the guy that people expected him to be, going to a new team. I'm not so confident with T.Y. Hilton. I don't know how good he's going to be this year. I think health is a concern for me. They got a lot of young wide receiver over there, guys like Michael Pittman Jr. coming out his second year. I think I would like to see him in Indianapolis.
Okay, I think it's going to be Tennessee. Tennessee seems like, I'm not going to say the team, but Derrick Henry's recruiting them. And I think when you have somebody like King Henry, vouching for you, I think that's a big thing for that, especially that organization. And they're right down the cusp too. They did lose Corey Davis. You bring in somebody like Julio Jones to be on the other side, that's an upgrade. Indy is not a bad look, of course. You got T.Y. Hilton, you got Pittman, but I'm telling y'all, man, I think the best fit is the 49ers. The 49ers to me. So that's where I'm going as far as who I think he should go to, but I think it's going to end up being Tennessee.
So we'll be breaking the news whenever Julio gets traded. But last but not least, man, it's our last topic for tonight. I wasn't sure we were gonna do it, but I think I decided that I think we should do it. I know we've been talking about this guy a lot, and it's Aaron Rodgers, man. More news. Like I said, more news continue to develop with this Aaron Rodgers thing. I don't know if you've seen the interview he had with Kenny Mayne on ESPN. He noted that it wasn't about Jordan Love. It was more about culture, man. Doing things the right way. What did you take out of that interview with Rodgers and Kenny Mayne?
I think that he doesn't really want to be in Green Bay, and he doesn't want to just like bluntly. I mean, of course, I think that you can kind of see the whispering going on, but bluntly just say like, "This is what it is. This is what it is." I've said it before. I think he needs to go to Washington. I know you keep saying Washington. Washington, are you kidding me? I think Washington would be a great ideal fit for him. So yeah, I think that I think he's gonna. I mean, I think he should leave. I don't see it. Look, my man Buck Flair says he's staying. Hey, and that may be the case because they don't want to give up on him. But to me, I think he should leave. I think the Packers should move on from him. To be honest, all this nonsense in the offseason, man. You drafted Jordan Love in the first round. You think he's the future. Go ahead and prove us wrong. Because I think Jordan Love's a bust. But we'll see. I wish the young man nothing but the best, though.
Yeah, I just don't see him there. He was like, dude, he basically said, I'm just here so I won't get fined. So it's like and the like more dirty laundry continues to come out with this, and I think as long as Brian Gutekunst, the GM for the Packers, as long as he's still there, Aaron Rodgers is gone, man. And you're gonna see a domino effect too. When you see Aaron Rodgers leaving, don't be surprised if Devontae Adams decides he wants to request to get out of Green Bay. So I think he's pretty much done and gone. I would be definitely surprised if a contract, agreement does get made and Aaron Rodgers ends up re-signing with them. I just would I just highly doubt that, and I definitely would be surprised.
Okay.
Oh wow! Somebody said Aaron Rodgers to Tampa Bay.
Oh, come on, man! Now y'all just doing too much. Come on, man! Don't do that. Don't.
All right, man. So due to the NBA schedule and the playoffs, it's time to wrap up tonight's show. I'm gonna give my shout outs, and True, I'll let you wrap it up. So shout out to everybody that tuned in, supports the show. Make sure you go follow NBS Central. Thank you to everybody that tunes in, supports the NBA show. Shout out to Justin J Franchise. You're welcome. And shout out to X, man. And make sure you tune in tomorrow, man. NBS Let's Talk About. We'll be holding it down tomorrow at 7 p.m. But with that being said, NBS show, and we'll see you guys next week.
Definitely. Shout out to Keo, man. Shout out to my daughter again, graduating from the 8th grade, man. I finally got a high schooler. God, I'm getting old right before my eyes. But shout out to everybody that graduated, man, from high school, middle school, elementary school, college, whatever you graduated from, man. Shout out to you, man. You put the work in, and now you're reaping the benefits from it. So I'm super proud of you. But with that being said, Keo, you know what time it is tomorrow. Let's talk about it. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about a whole bunch of things outside of sports. Of course, we'll talk a little bit of sports, but y'all make sure y'all tune in, man. And we appreciate y'all for checking us out tonight. And tomorrow, rock back with your boys, man. Keo, man, real quick before we get off of here. Man, what's up, man? What's up with the Battle Rap Show? I'm putting you on the spot. What's that? Talk to me.
We'll discuss that off air. All right, guys, man. See you guys next week, man. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. NBS, let's talk about it.